Welcome to This is Fitness, the podcast for the bodybuilding and all things fitness, bringing you real life version of the fitness industry from people who've lived and breathed it. We explore new trends and serious topics while dispelling myths and calling out stupidity within the fitness industry. Jimmy and Chris offer their unique insight, delivered with healthy sarcasm. Let's crush those fitness goals together. This is Fitness. And now your hosts, Jimmy Sadek and Chris Thomas.
I'm Chris Thomas, and me and my boy Jimmy Sadek going to take you through the next 45 minutes to an hour of fitness stuff and some not fitness stuff. How are you, Jimmy?
Yes, we are. I'm going good, mate. I've got a bit of a headache, but I'm going to soldier on. How's your week?
Weekly recap.
We left the last podcast off with you going to Griffith for a wedding. How'd that end up?
Yeah, it was amazing. I did. So I went to Griffith Friday for Luke Fattori and Liz Sergi's wedding. Luke's one of my clients who's become a very good friend, so it was an honor to go down. Nothing without incident, of course. So first flight was delayed, and obviously there's only about 2 or 3 regional flights going out there a day. So I missed the connecting flight. Was in the airport trying to do some work, and did finish most of my work because I tried to finish it before I left. I didn't have much to think about. So I had a big breakfast, and then I started drinking whiskey probably about 11 o'clock, which I haven't done for a while. So by the time 2 o'clock came, I was nicely toasted. So got out there and, dinner, drinks, then wedding, and then drinks, and then more drinks. And then, I got absolutely fleeced by the Italians, the fucking smartasses. So I'll give you an example anyhow. Once I came home at about, I don't know, it must have been about midnight, I think, the wedding night. And I was going back to my hotel because I stayed in the main street, and there was a couple other guys in the car. And I jumped out and they were coming back to the same place. And I jumped out of the car, and they said, where are you going? So I'm going in here. I'm in the hotel, just in the foyer. Oh, no. The doors there, they're locked, those ones. You've got to come in through these ones over here. So I'm just like, oh, yeah, okay, cool. So I walked up through the other ones, and they just went straight into the bar. And they just looked at me and went, you're not going upstairs. So
that's brilliant.
How good? Seriously, I've got to give credit where it's due. It was smooth.
That's brilliant.
I got absolutely just done. And you know what? I thought I got done that well that they deserved me to stay. That's what was that. So that turned into about, I don't know, 2:30 or something. Then we got kicked out. So, and then not to be without incident on the way home yet again. Flight was delayed, flying out, and then missed the flight from Sydney back to Brisbane. So I missed the flight both ways.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Have you ever been in one of those little, like it was Rex, Regional Express, right? So, dude, the planes have got propellers. I know that sounds like a big deal, but we're not used to propellers. When I looked out the window, I saw this propeller. I was kind of spun out by it, and it was quite bumpy and small.
I'm interested to find out, has anyone ever been on a plane or taken a flight since COVID that hasn't been delayed?
In recent times, not often, because this was the worst part, right? I got the first flight, and I thought, what can go wrong? First flight, right? 6:05. So I had to get up at 3:30, right? That's your territory. So I don't even understand what 3:30 is, right? But anyhow, I was up at 3:30 and got there, got everything done, had breakfast, checked in. Flight was fully loaded, boarded, doors up, 5:55, 10 minutes beforehand. I'm just like, wow, we are set. Next thing you know, 6:15, still sitting there, 6:20, still sitting there, 6:25, still sitting there. Then all of a sudden, we're just having a bit of problem loading the luggage, right? And I'm just like, right. I mean, that's code for someone didn't show up for work. That's what that is.
100%.
Thank you, right? So we took off at 6:45, 40 minutes, and I had 70 minutes in between. And then when I got there, I did, and the other killer was I'd check in baggage, so I had to wait for the baggage to get out,
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
collect it. By the time I got to the gate, I had 13 minutes, and she just looked at me. She goes, "You can't get on." She goes, "Well, you can get on, but your bag can't go with you." So 6.5 hours in the airport, man. At that time in the morning, it wasn't.
Do you know what the worst part about that is?
Yeah.
That ruins your fucking weekend, right?
Yeah.
You don't get you're going away for a weekend.
Yeah.
You've only got the weekend. That's 48 hours, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna sleep. We say sleep.
Yeah.
15 of those hours.
Yeah.
There's 33 hours left. You've taken 25% of your holiday time up in an airport.
Yeah.
That's
I
pretty bad.
refused to I just went, you know what, I'm not going to allow this to piss me off, because, as a shout out to Lukey and everyone, like it was such a great weekend. Like I was so looked after, you know what I mean? And I just refused to get pissed off by it, So.
You're a better man than me. I would have been real pissed off.
No, there was an incident on the way home though with a couple of young blokes that were drunk in the back of the plane that it probably just was a build up of the whole weekend that spilled into that.
And you're a little bit hungover.
Well, I was a little bit hungover, and kids was kind of yelling, and swearing and stuff, and I just had enough by that stage. And then I got a couple of taps in the back of the seat, and by that stage,
Okay.
so I may have leaned in between the seat and grabbed him and threatened him a little bit and told him that there was a couple of options about how it was going to go down, either really quietly or they were going to leave sleeping, one or the other.
How'd that go down? What option did they choose, Chris?
Well, they got the clear option that they're not allowed to drink anymore on the plane and keep their mouth shut, or they were going to go out sleeping. That was the option. And when the lady came back and offered them more drinks, they said, no, we're good, we'll have water. So they took the right option because, you know what, man, I don't drink all the time, but like I was a little bit flat, a little bit depressed from drinking because I drank a lot. I mean, these guys were not let up. I couldn't, every time I tried to go to the room, someone was dragging me back. So
not only that though, but you're not an annoying drunk either. And we've got a history of not really enjoying others who are annoying drunks.
See, we don't roll that way at all.
Yeah.
Like take care of your shit, basically. Simple as that. And don't impact other people's experience by your stupidity or behavior. Simple.
Correct.
Right.
Okay.
So
but all a good weekend.
It was an amazing weekend. Absolutely amazing. So yes.
That's mad. That is great.
So what about you?
It was a long weekend, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah, it was not really. I still worked Saturday and Monday, but the weather here was really good. Fucking hot. So we visited the beach all 3 days. I went for a swim in my pool all 3 days. Just stuff at home, man. It was we were busy. Just doing stuff with the polo, seeing my folks. We enjoyed the weekend was good. Just sorry.
How's his nose?
Whose?
Didn't he bang his nose or his mouth?
No, that was a while ago.
Oh.
Yeah, when he fell off that table. No, he's good. I taught him how to put a basketball in a basketball ring, though, which was quite entertaining. You can see it on my reel. He gives himself applause every time it goes in. So, but yeah, the weekend was pretty good. I gave myself a 12-hour nap on Saturday night. We went to bed at 7 p.m. and woke up at 7 a.m. due to daylight savings, which was fantastic. I forget how good you feel after a big sleep. Especially like inflammation-wise. Mate, woke up zero inflammation. It was amazing. So, but apart from that, mate, back to work this week. Where are we at? What, 2-3 days out from the Olympia?
Yeah. Yep.
What should we do? Have a chat about it? Do you want to do some picks? How do you reckon it's going to go down?
Let's have a look. Let's run through some stuff.
All right.
Bodybuilding news.
Do you want to start? We might as well start with the classic. We're not really going to talk about like top 5 really with the classic. So coming out of the Arnold, we have Wesley Vissers he's probably the talk to see how he matches up with Seabum,
Right.
because he beat everyone else at the Arnold. So, like your top guys for Classic, you have Wesley Visses, you got Urs, you got Ramon, you got Chris. You also have, who's Cormier's guy? What's his name?
Or not?
Sorry?
Can you share this with me or not?
No, I'm on my other computer because I'm recording off my phone.
Uh-huh.
You got, what's his name? See, I remember it. He won the Dubai Pro. Ah, there you go, Breon Ansley. That's pretty much Breon, Seabum, Wesley, Urs, Ramon. There's your top five, really.
So is anyone going to beat him? Is that the question?
Correct.
Right.
And what's the answer, Chris?
I wouldn't think so. Not yet.
I can't see it happen.
No. He's got a little bit more legs in him yet, I think. Not that I even think he's remotely slowing up, but yeah, no, he's strong. Too strong.
Yeah, just structure wise, like you can pick apart his body parts and give them to the other fellas over him, but him put together, like Chris Bumstead put together, is the classic physique and the standard at the minute. So it's a battle for second. I can give you my top five.
Go on.
All right, so first will be Chris. Second will be Ramon. Third will be Urs. Fourth, Wesley. Fifth, Breon.
Sounds good.
You agree?
Well, I don't see any reason to argue on that point. I think that probably the last couple they possibly could move around. I don't think the top three probably will. Yeah.
Look, honestly, the 2 to 5 could switch quite easily.
It could, yeah. Yeah.
It just depends on who's on. Like, I think after the Arnold, after they got a bit of a rocket, up them, they're all going to be pretty good this year, in my opinion. All right. 212 was only really between Keon and Sean Clarita. Who'd you pick out of those two?
I think it really just comes down to conditioning, man. I think that can go either way and will go either way. So I'd hate to pick. Clarita's always conditioned. He's the biggest 80 kilos I think I've ever seen too, or something like whatever he is.
That's ridiculous. Yeah. What is he, like 170 something?
Yeah, it's yeah.
Keon is confident. He's been putting some. He's basically he put up a video of himself going through the mandatories, or at least the symmetry round.
Right.
In his posing suit. So, like he's confident and he's improved a shit ton from last year. Last year he wasn't even that conditioned. He literally just won on shape and structure. This year he's peeled. But Sean's dangerous, and like Sean on redemption.
Yeah.
Especially they know what they did wrong last year when they brought him in a little bit too heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good, like I don't usually stay up or plan to watch the 212s. If I fall into it, I'll watch it. But this one I'll be making a point to see live.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick Sean. Because him on is literally little Ronnie Coleman.
Well, that's the way I see it. I mean, structurally,
yeah, Keon's amazing.
Ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, far out.
It'll be a coin flip again, man. Like they're too close, and which is turning into a pretty good fucking rivalry.
Where do these people get these genetics from, man? Seriously, I wish I had some of that.
Definitely not Australian.
And I bet you they're not making excuses either.
I don't know, bro. Fuck. Let's talk about excuses, right? Actually, you got to choose your pick. Do your pick first for 212.
Clarita. I'm going Clarita on the condition. Yeah, this is look. If I had money, I'd put on both of them.
You find a way to win. Yeah.
Yeah, structurally, Keon's ridiculous. Like, I don't know if there's anyone that looks like that, but Willie.
But also, like, we both know Aaron personally, and we both spend a lot of time with Aaron. And Aaron, when he's over in America, he spends a lot of time with Keon.
Right.
And Aaron looks like a child next to Keon.
Really?
And they're in the same fucking category.
Right.
No offense to Aaron, but Keon's still fucking big, man. Like, I don't know where they fit under 96 kilo. They must have hollow bones or some fucking bullshit.
How tall is he?
He's taller than Aaron.
So what's that?
He'd be about 5'6" then, my height.
5'6", and he's only 96 kilos.
To be fair, 96 kilos at 5'6" is quite heavy.
No, agree. Agree.
All right, talk about excuses. Nick Walker out.
Right.
What do you feel about that?
Has anything more come up of it? I haven't looked for a couple of days. Has anything more come out?
No.
And you don't just pull out of a show like that. Do you know what I mean? So obviously he's not where he wants to be, right? Or where he should be. Or something's not right with his health or something. I mean, I don't want to speculate without knowing, but I mean, that would be the first things that I would be thinking. If it's the first one and he's just not where he wants to be, then why aren't you where you need to be is the question.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Have you fucked it up? Have you just gotten to the point where, I don't know, once again, you've taken too much gear, done too many things, body's not responding all of a sudden. It's just, who knows?
Could it be fake gear?
Fake gear?
No, but like, okay, so, we'll take them on their word and say they're pulling out because they're not happy with the way that he's going to look.
Yep.
Okay. All right, so if you get to that point and the way that he looked in the video, he didn't make the decision a week out. He made it a few weeks ago.
Yep.
Okay, so, and that's just based on his appearance in the video.
Yep.
Why would you not? If you're a professional bodybuilder, you know how you got your coach. You guys know where you need to be leading up to it. At the 6-week out mark, the 8-week out mark, if you're behind, all right, cool. Take the carbs away, increase the cardio. Yeah, you catch up to when you're a week out. You're on target, right? You do what you need to do to get there. There's only a couple of reasons why he wouldn't be in shape. He didn't follow the diet.
Right.
His body's stopped responding, which that's a feasible. He competed not long ago, so it's quite a feasible thing to say. They just couldn't get it going or whatever. But in the case of if they couldn't get it going, did they do everything to try to get it going? Like, did you go no carbs? Did you go 2 hours cardio a day? Did you suffer, like those kind of things? Yeah. Or 3, and if it's not health related, this is the excuse I want to give him, because he's my favorite bodybuilder. I don't want to think just he pulled out because I look like shit or I cheated on my diet. He could have been using fat gear, which is the reason why he's not looking the way he should be looking at the 2-3 week out mark when they decided to pull out. Which I don't think it is, by the way. It's just a possibility.
Well, you would think that a person in his situation, right, probably that shouldn't happen, right?
Yeah. Also,
it would be hard to believe that also someone like him and a person in that situation wouldn't follow his diet or would screw up on the diet. Like I'm not saying it's not impossible. It's not. but such a big show, you know what I mean? A lot of these guys are just doing one show a year, right?
And he missed the last year's show.
Right. So, you know, I would think it would be hard to believe that he would miss his diet, you know what I mean? So I hope it's not health related. But
well, that's the only other thing.
If you asked me to put some money down, then that's where I'd be betting. But
well, how do you get a pass? How do you get a pass to drop out from the Olympia?
Well, that was the other thing that I did read as well, you know.
There's only one way. It has to be a health complication,
or
they're going to fine you, because how much money have they invested into advertising you to come to their show?
Right, and that was something that was brought up as well.
So, like, at the end of the day, for the Olympia, it's a business. So, and this is just speculation, but it would have to be, and we don't want it to be, but it would have to be some sort of a health problem, which in that case, it's a smart thing to not do the show.
Yeah, well,
I will say though, if all you do is bodybuild, right, take away the health thing, like, there's not many excuses to not be able to get ready for a fucking show. All you do all day is bodybuild.
Well,
there's no work, there's no nothing.
I remember when I did my first show, 05 or 06, something like that. And I was just in a fortunate position. I just didn't need to work at that point in time. And I pretty much did the whole prep just doing, that was it, you know. And obviously it was my first show. I was a novice. But I just remember what it was like, waking up and going, right, the whole day is just about this. I'm waking up at 6 a.m. or 5:30. I'm going for a walk. I'm coming back. I'm having breakfast. I'm going to have a sleep. Then I'm going to eat my second meal. Then I'm going to go and train. Then I'm going to come back and eat my third meal. Then I'm going to have a sleep. You know, it was just amazing. So I agree with you.
I did that for 10 weeks in Thailand. And I got up to 136 kilos at like 6%.
Until you rolled a scooter over on your ankle or something.
That's right. Yeah. But that's my point. If like, and he's in a privileged position due to his hard work in the past to be in this position. Man, it's rough looking in from the outside, not really know what's going on without thinking, man, like, you kind of fucking dropped the ball here.
Yeah.
But all right, well, he's out, which sucks. Tony Burton dropped out because he reckons he's going to get bigger. Nathan Diasha can't get into the country. He says he wants to get bigger for next year anyway. So there's 3 people that are out. Have you seen anyone that stood out to
you? I don't know, man. Not apart from the usual suspects. I mean, you know, is anyone going to be able to break through those top few? I don't know.
Have you seen Rafael Brandao?
Yes. You're okay. Good call. Yeah. Yeah, good call.
If anyone looks different, this cunt looks different.
Yeah, you're right.
But I don't see him winning. I don't see him beating Derek, Hardy, or Samson. I can see him 4th at best. 4th at best.
Yeah. I just hope that there's no visible signs of sight shots this year.
Such as on who?
I mean, there's a very infamous front double bicep where it looked like there was 2 tennis balls in the lats from the front. I mean, that shot's hard to go by. I mean,
yeah, but can you inject 2 shots on both sides in identical spots where lymph nodes are?
Well, we'll see if they're there this year then.
But they've been there the past few years.
Have they?
Yeah. Like back to when he was like smaller too.
I mean, the positioning of it doesn't make sense.
That's right. And that's where lymph nodes are. And you know, when your body's under stress, they flare up. You know, and when you're at fucking no body fat, you could see them. I don't think they're for the pure fact they were too perfect. You know,
I don't know. Just
we're talking about Derek Hunter. by the way.
Of course.
All right.
Has Samson got enough to win? Like, I think it's an amazing looking physique. Is he complete enough, Jimmy, though?
I really like Samson, but do you know what I'm noticing about a few of these guys this year? They're fucking bitches. Like, they're acting like sooks.
Yeah.
The one I want, like, I wasn't a massive fan of Derek Lunsford. This year, I watched a few of his YouTubes and whatever. He's just motivated. He's not whinging about nothing, which is good. Did you see the video of Samson crying about being delayed in the airport and that the other day?
No.
So he was, I'm so hungry, I'm delayed, I'm stressed out. He should have gone to Vegas early. Could you imagine Hardy doing a video like that?
No.
I just flew from Iran, I'm crying, I'm so hungry, blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't think Hardy would give a fuck if he didn't get fed for a week. Like Nick Samson, just a little bit on the sensitive side for my liking this year. Who I really want to go well is Martin Fitzwater.
Right.
He's whatever he's doing the right thing, speaking to the right people, and if he's got a PR team, they're fucking doing good because his stock's on the rise.
Right.
I don't think he's going to go near the top 6, but that Mohammed Foda from Egypt, his physique's beautiful, and you can't go past John Jewett too. If he nails it, man, he can land anywhere from like 6 to 8.
Should I?
What are you looking at?
I was just having a brush up on Fitzwater, just to see. Not that I didn't know he was, but I'll just have a quick look. Jimmy rates him. I need to have a closer look.
You can share your screen.
Say it again.
If you want to share your screen, you can. I just can't come on my phone.
Yeah. Yeah, shit. Okay.
You want to give it top 6? I can always give it top 10, eh? Pull up the list in front of you, Chris.
Yeah, let me pull it up. Hang on. I just lost it. There we go. Hang on. Here we go. How do I share this thing?
All right, so on the bottom of the screen, you're going to just click share. It should be smack bang in the middle of the Zoom thing.
Oh, yeah. Sharing is not turned on, Jimmy.
Turn on.
Look at us two go.
Screen. Nope. Yeah, I don't know what came from my phone. You know what? I know what I can do.
What's that?
I'll just go on the computer. Give me 2 seconds.
You do that.
All right. You see that?
I can.
How do I sound there?
Amazing.
All right, perfect. Go up now.
Here we go.
Did it go up?
Yeah, it's there. You just make it bigger because I can't read that.
All right, I'll make it full screen.
Here we go.
All right, how's that?
Very good.
Okay, so we have Derek Lunsford, Hardy Chopin, Samson, Theo Raphael, Martin, William, forgot about William, Akim, Brandon, Muhammad, John, Chin-Idu, Hunter. Oh, that's fucking Andrew Jack. Did we just forget about Andrew Jack? I think he's fifth. Hunter Labrada and Bruno. Who you going to go first? Because otherwise, you're going to copy me.
Top 5 or 6?
Oh. Nah, fuck it. We'll go top 10.
Top 10. In order?
In order.
Lunsford, Samson, Chupan, Jacked. What have I got? 5? 4, 5.
That's 4.
4. Curry maybe at 5, probably I think 6 maybe.
Who's 5th and Curry's 6th?
Say what?
Who's 5th place is Curry's 6th?
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm trying to work. Okay, go Curry, then Bonac. There's my 6. I'm not doing 10.
All right. So Chris is Derek Sampson.
Yep. Hardy.
Yep. Andy Jack.
Yep.
Brandon
Bonac.
No Hunter Labrada.
Mm.
No Kim. No Martin. No Raphael. Okay. All right. I want to go against the grain, but I think if I do that, I lose.
Do it. What are you thinking?
Fuck, man, I reckon Andrew Jack is going to go real good.
I do too.
All right. Samson?
Yep.
Oh, nah. See, if he came to the States earlier, I would have put him first.
You're off him because he was sulking though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, man. Like, all that motherfucker's going to do is take a fucking diuretic. All right. Hardy, Samson, Derek, Andrew Jack, Hunter Labrada.
Oh, at 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brandon Curry, Martin Fitzwater, Raphael Brandau. Williams, Bonac, John Jordan.
Nice.
But like that top 5 is so close now.
Yeah.
Like Derek Hardy, Samson, Andrew Jack. It could kind of go either which way. And then the dark horse has to be Raphael Brandau. And the dark horse for the top 6 would have to be Martin Fitzwater.
Yeah, Brady, mate, I'm interested in this. I'm not saying I don't agree with you. I'm just, this guy's got your attention. Hey.
Sorry. I just believe like in momentum. And like this guy's just in a good spot. Everything I've seen of him, I'm just getting good vibes. So look, regardless, it's gonna be a good show. I hope the press conference is better. They just need to put all the bodybuilders on stage again and just let them go.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. That's our show predictions.
They need a press conference just kind of like the UFC. That's what I think.
Yeah, question and answers, just like back in the day.
Mm.
They're just trying to accommodate for all the divisions now, but like they got to remember, it's a Mr. Olympia. No one really gives a fuck about what anyone else has to say.
Mm.
All right. What else? We've done our Olympia predictions.
We've got Aussies competing over there too in amateur Olympia, haven't we?
Oh, we've got a few actually.
Yeah, we have. Yeah.
We've got Bobby.
Yep.
Olivia, who owns Legacy Clothing.
Yep.
She just competed. She came fourth in a tough lineup, I believe, which is a fucking real good result for her.
Mm.
The boys are on tomorrow. Do you think anyone is like the only one I could the only person that I could imagine like making a little bit of noise in their division over there would be Bobby. And Bobby looks really good at the minute.
Mm. Mm.
Any other standouts for you?
I don't know, man. Look, that show there is interesting because I watched it. I watched it for the first time a few years ago, and it was because Tim was in the show, and obviously I stayed up and watched it, and I watched the format of it. Logan was in the show. Alex was in the show. I'm sorry if I've forgotten anyone else. It was a few years ago. So it was interesting watching it be judged and how it happened. I don't know, man. Anything can happen in that show. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Anything can happen. Yeah. So I don't know. All these guys look great. So it really just depends. I mean, it's one of those shows. I mean, I remember Tim looked amazing that show, right? And then this Brazilian guy walked out that was about 135 kilos.
I remember that, yeah.
And it was like, I just looked at him and went, okay, well, that's interesting, isn't it? And then I remember Logues' division. Logues just got better and better and better, man. Like it was one of those things where Logue started out on the side. Not that I'm saying he deserved to be on the side, but he started out there. And the more they posed, they kept moving him. And then eventually they'd moved into the middle and we're going, I think he's won this, eh? You know? So, I don't know. Anything can happen.
Yeah, man, it'll be good. Hopefully they go well. Hopefully they do go well.
Training and nutrition.
How's your training been going since you've been back how's your training been going since you've been back from your weekend?
Absolutely terrible. So absolutely terrible. By the time I got home Sunday night, I was beside myself tired. Right? Literally, I felt bad because I went and picked up the dogs from my friends, and he just sort of asked me if I wanted to sit there for a bit with him. You know, like, what are you doing later? And I just said to him, I said, bro, listen, I'm really sorry. I'm going home. Like I cannot. Literally, and you know that I must be pretty tired then.
Yep.
And I woke up the next morning at about 9:30 or something, almost 10, and looked around and went, I should just have breakfast and go and train. And then I looked outside, looked at the yard, and went, nah, I should mow the yard. I should do the washing. I should clean the house. And I went, you know what? I'm just going to have a house day. So I trained yesterday. Today there'll be no training because I'm pretty much working straight through now till this evening from this morning. So hopefully tomorrow we'll pick up where I left off and get some momentum now. I'm pretty much at home now. That's it. I've just got the FMG to negotiate show in another week and a bit, not this weekend, next weekend on the Gold Coast. And then pretty much that after that, it's just straight coaching, no shows for a bit. So hopefully the training will get some priority.
Yeah, fantastic.
How about you?
It's been good. It's been going well.
Yeah.
I've been going 3 or 4 days in a row that I'll have a day off.
Yeah.
Mainly when my day gets a bit busy. Like, so today, if I was to train, I would have had to rush it.
Yeah.
So I'll have a day off, which works out okay because I'll train legs twice 1 week, once the other week, and then everything else it's a run, just once, and it's going good. My weight's heavy. I was 128 this morning. So, and I'm not trying to put weight on either. So, I did plan to start doing core this week. I just haven't had time. And when I've had time, I've just been too tired to start something brand new.
Yeah.
So that just keeps getting pushed back. I do want to prioritize that. That'll take about 8 weeks till I can actually see it's strong enough to actually see something actually visually different. But I'm just cruising, man. When I train, I'm training well. But I'm not training like the way that we used to train or anything like that. It's all pretty much machine. Legs is all still single leg. But my pumps are really good. So just going to let it roll and then see what happens when the core comes get strong enough to actually have a look at. And then we'll just go from there, really. Like, I hate this time of the year, it's show time of the year, because you always want to do a show.
Yeah.
You know, especially when, like, you feel like people's conditioning and their look is a little bit subpar, lackluster. Like, I'd rather them all come out like fucking guns blazing, and I look at them, I go, man, I couldn't even. I would not dare to step on stage with these people because they're so good or they're so much better than me. But like,
so what do you think? You touched on something there, right? Which obviously is a point that's pretty big on for me, right? So what do you think of this? Like, do you think people are confused about conditioning? Do you think that, I'm not talking about everyone, mind you, before everyone starts throwing spears, right? Do you think people are confused about conditioning, or what conditioning is, or level of, or do you think that they're getting other things wrong? Do you think that in the attempt for them to get that extra 2 or 3% up to 97%, they're missing the mark and they're free falling back to 75%? What do you reckon it is? Like, because it seems like there's a lot of people that are really quite full and quite.
I'll tell you what I really think it is.
Yeah.
I think they look too good on Instagram.
Right.
So when you feel like you look really good, you don't really think you need to push that a little bit extra.
Yeah.
So if you just say you take a photo and you upload it, and with all the feedback and all the oh my gods and blah blahs, you believe you look 95% 3-4 weeks out. So you've only really got 5% left to go. Couple of kilos, tighten up, drop a bit of water, fuck, I'm good. But in reality, you're only 80%. So you go that extra 5%, you then rock up to the show, you're 85%. Whereas if you were told you were 80%, you had 20% to go, you'd fucking buckle down those last 3-4 weeks, get really flat so you can burn that body fat off, fill up because you've got no body fat, and look really good on stage. Like, the best guys that I've seen compete with the best condition have always looked really not bad, but they haven't looked very good that last 4 weeks because they had to walk around fucking flat. But obviously, you pump up and shit when you train and all that. But man, like, yeah, I think it's something to do with that at least.
I looked terrible in those weeks. I hated it. I hate looking at what I looked like. I was flat, but you could see I was lean. It was just one of those things. You just had to go through it. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, I think you're right. I think the Instagram's got a lot to do with it. I think the photos have got a lot to do with it. But people are so soft now, man. Like if you turn around and said to someone, "Hey, listen, you're 80%," you're kidding yourself, right? They're going to get upset by that, right? And on top of that, I think there's a lot of coaches out there too frightened to tell their clients that they're not where they should be because they're frightened of losing them as well, which is just ridiculous. And also, we've got the delusion factor too as well. There's delusions at an all-time high as well. I just had to add that bit.
Like you say that, and I'm not talking about the novice competitors. I'm not talking about the first timers. I'm not talking about the guys that are up and coming. Like, because those guys, especially the first few times you truly get lean or truly try to get lean, a lot of the time your body will only go so far, or you can only withstand so much. So, and you've got to fuck around and find out. Like, go, all right, this felt this way. I got this lean. Okay, I know what I'm going to feel like next time. I can push a little bit harder. But I'm talking about the guys that are at the top of the each division. Like, and obviously there's exceptions to the rules, and we've spoken about a few of them, but like the majority of them, they're just not that impressive. The ones that are placing top 3 and winning where they not only they should be, but they really can be, but they just have to go that like a little bit more. And that might just take someone that they know to just go, hey, bro, you're still a bit fat. Keep going. Like it might just take a little bit more cardio or a little bit less carbs for longer or whatever, but yeah, I don't know.
I don't know, man. I never took offense to any of that sort of stuff. I mean, someone told me that I wasn't in shape before the Amaro in 14. And, I was a couple of weeks out, and I didn't take it the wrong way. I just got pissed off with myself. I went, really? Am I not where I should be? And I just went about it. But okay.
Yeah. But that's where we're at. So, but you're good. I reckon we're going to work on a guest for next week, Chris.
All right.
I will find someone quite entertaining. We'll bring him on for episode number 5 or 4, 5, 6. This is 5, so number 6.
It'll be 6, yeah, by then.
All right, sounds good. Okay, well, we'll be watching the Olympia this weekend.
We will be. So, first week back home. So I'll be home all weekend this weekend. I'm looking forward to that.
I ain't moving off the couch.
No. Couch.
All right, mate. I'll see you soon.
All right, Jimmy. Bye.
See you later, guys. Bye-bye.
This has been This is Fitness. With over 60 combined years in the fitness world, Jimmy and Chris have walked the walk and are here to share what really works. Their passion is to explore new trends, dispel myths, and call out the stupidity within the industry. We hope you've enjoyed the show. If you did, make sure to like, rate, and review. And we'll be back soon. But in the meantime, find Chris on social media at Chris Thomas Alpha Ethos and his website at alpha-ethos.com. Find Jimmy on social media at jimmysadak.designercoaching and his website at www.jimmysadak.com. See you next time on This is Fitness.